What we're going to shoot for is getting our pH down into 7.0. I assure you, we're going to test our water today, and the pH is going to be very high, very high. And that's because of the calcium that's in the plaster curing. As the plaster cures, it cranks up the pH. We try to push it, drive it down to this low level, so that it helps it cure and get really strong fast. Okay. Our calendar it says add acid. We're going to add acid today. I'm going to show you how to do it. Well, tomorrow when you test the water, pH might still be high. Please add acid. The following day, if the pH is okay, don't add acid. Only give the pool what it's asking for. That's the key to swimming pools. We are going to ask you to backwash, which is running water backwards through our filter to knock the dirt and debris out of it. And we're going to have you do it very frequently in the beginning, every 4 days. So today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Here, I'll get a pen.
Saturday, and then again on Wednesday, and then Saturday or Sunday the following week.
Okay.
I know the pool business says, hey, you should backwash every 2 weeks. I don't. Okay, unnecessary. But you have to backwash at least once a month. This summer you'll be backwashing fairly frequently, and you might have to backwash every 2 weeks because as the filter gets dirty, the pressure will climb. I've already written on your filter tank what time it is to backwash that.
Okay.
If the pressure gets high, or if it's been 30 days. But yeah, what we've got here, I've got on your calendar. I don't know. Do you have any more magenta stuff lurking around? Bottle of stuff, goo. I've got some for you.
I don't even know what that is.
I've got it. It's just a staining scale thing. I've got some for you.
Okay.
I've got some for you. Here, in 2 weeks, we can use our automatic cleaner. That will become your best friend.
What's
Okay?
that?
That's your Polaris.
Oh, the thing that moves around.
The pool
Yes.
critter. He
Yeah.
runs around and
Okay.
does his work. He's a very, very good guy.
Okay.
And you can then set your time clocks. So your pool becomes fully automatic. So only the motors are going to run from 9 a.m.
Okay.
to 6 p.m. 8 or 9. This has got so much sun exposure. 8 may be a better idea. Right here on the 25th, I said algicide is not necessary. It's not applicable. In my pool, I have a very large pool. I'm right here in Prince William County. And as I said, I've added algicide to the pool 4 times in 24 years. I only give my pool what it's asking for. Algicide is not necessary unless you cannot chemically cure what's ailing it. But if you keep your pH right, the chlorine is working right, and then you won't need it.
Everything will stay
Yeah,
balanced.
then it's okay. So these are important things. I have made a shopping list for you. You need to go shopping. You're going to have to get more muriatic acid. Okay, that you can find at Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart.
Okay.
It will, in Home Depot and Lowe's, it's in building supplies because we use it for cleaning brick.
Right.
DE, diatomaceous earth. That is what goes in the filter. I brought enough to charge your filter 4 times. You're going to go ripping through this stuff. Okay? This summer, you're going to go through it. When you get it, sometimes it comes in a big loose shopping bag. I've got it in pre-measured bags, 6-pound bags, which are the exact right amount for your filter each time you backwash.
Okay.
I've written here 3-inch chlorine tablets, about 10 pounds. For the first month, we don't turn the salt system on.
Right.
Okay, because we want the plaster to cure. So what I ask you to do is put 2 chlorine tablets in each skimmer. Replace them as they dissolve. Replace the tablets as they dissolve. Okay? When they wear down, just put 2 more in.
Okay.
If you start testing the water and the chlorine levels start coming up pretty high, stop putting.
Oh,
stop
yeah,
putting
yeah.
it, you know. We're going to ask you to shock the pool in 2 weeks. Day 15. Okay? Shock the pool. I don't know if you're familiar with that term. Shocking the pool. You ever walk into a swimming pool and you smell chlorine? Okay, that's because there's not enough chlorine in that pool. Makes no sense, right? Okay, here's what happens. What we do is we saturate the water with chlorine using either salt system or our tablets in the water, in the skimmers, you know. getting chlorine in there. But what happens is that saturation finally kind of can only do so much. So we have to ignite it. And we ignite it by using a particularly aggressive chlorine. Regular chlorine that's going in there is stabilized chlorine, and it works pretty good. But then we shock it. We hit it really hard. And what that does is reinvigorate the chlorine that's saturated in the water, plus it's killing off additional pathogens in a particularly aggressive manner. I like to shock the pool, and you're going to do that every 3 or 4 weeks after we get through this initial. I do it at night. Even though your pool normally turns off at night, the night you want to shock it, turn the pump on. You cast this powder, this aggressive shock powder, out across the surface of the pool. So as it precipitates down, it kills more algae, and you leave the pump running overnight. Our timers are built so that they'll just go right into the regular mode. So they just run all night, and then they just bypass on in the morning, and then the next evening they just turn themselves off, and they can go back into the regular mode. But that way, you're never contending with the notion of adding aggressive chemicals and then inviting everybody over to come get bleached. Okay? Don't do it. It's just not nice.
Yeah.
So we want to just shock the pool at night, let it run overnight. That way the next morning, when you wake up, you'll see a fine layer of scuzz in that pool. It's a good time to brush.
Okay.
We're going to ask you to brush the pool twice a day for the next 2 weeks.
That's good.
Nobody has ever been accused of over brushing the pool. If you find out that you just want to stand out here and admire your pool and brush like the crazy brushing lady of Greater Nokesville, you can.
Oh.
Nobody has ever been accused of over brushing the pool.
Okay.
It's kind of like my mother-in-law she's from Texas and has crazy phrases like, no man was ever shot washing dishes. You can brush the pool. Go ahead. You can't get in trouble for it.
Okay.
That's just the rule. So we're gonna learn about that. We're gonna talk about backwashing and how to do that. And I've made a little chart on how your valves work. So let's talk a little bit about vocabulary.
Okay.
Let's go